All right, thank you. I just want to introduce our project sponsor. You've all met him, one of our judges also, Hamid Valad from Home Creations.
Thank you so much. That was a great opportunity for Home Creations to nominate their real-world project to this competition. I appreciate all of you guys. That was a great experience for me. You guys are so creative. You guys did a very hard work, to be honest. For this project, we haven't done that much of work for ourselves. Maybe because we have experience. We have done it for a long time. My background, I'm a structural engineer. I'm doing this for over 23 years. My partner is their architect. And the company established in Oklahoma 37 years ago. I would say the process we have is pretty established process. I hope whatever happened here and also what I'm going to explain to you guys be a kind of learning curve for you guys, for the students. And so everybody take as much as they could. So I hope you guys be successful in the future, and in your future project, consider all those experiences you guys earned during this competition. Thanks for judges, and also thanks for National Association of Home Builders, again, to give us this opportunity to enroll this project. We closed the project last March 2018. And immediately after closing, we hired our engineer, planner, to start the project. So you guys can see in real world, how long does it take to get the drawings ready? We did our research, and whatever you guys seeing here is the result of group of engineers and builders experience to get to the point this is the best decision for this project financially. We got our preliminary plat approved through the city December 28th. So you guys can imagine we didn't lose any time. Like 9 months just working on engineering to prepare the preliminary plat. You guys need to consider in the future in your timetable at least 12 months to get the engineering works done. Some of you guys mentioned that the small cities is easier to work with. That's very true. Big cities, longer process. Asking me why, I really don't know why. Maybe bureaucracy, or I don't know, or they have more projects or more regulations. So 1 year to reviewing the project and get the approval to get to the point, know actually what are the lot layouts and start the engineering work. I'm gonna briefly explain to you guys the layout, and then if you guys have any question, you're welcome to ask. And also judges, I wanted to ask you guys after I finish to speak up, tell what is your take about this competition. And if you have any question also, you're welcome to ask. The land located very conveniently off of Highway 51 and 111th. It is surrounded with retails, shopping centers, restaurants, great location to us for starter homes and intermediate size of homes. Second home buyers, empty nesters, they're not looking for to be around the shopping center based on our experience. We did the market study. We found out the best market for us as a production home builder for this neighborhood is homes starting from 1,200 square feet all the way to 1,800 square feet homes. And the prices somewhere between $160,000 to $200,000. That is the best market we thought we could be able to have a good sell. And beside the land right across the 273rd, the developer, I know him very well. Matter of fact, he wanted to develop it for us, and then he decided to have a lot draw. So this is why we started to open our neighborhood. We develop for ourselves, and we just build for ourselves. We don't want any competition in our neighborhood. His price range is higher than us. And that convinced us to stick with the price range we have and the size of homes we have. We have over 430 lots in here. But the way we laid it out, we have 60-foot wide, we have 50-foot wide, we have 55-foot wide, 50-foot wide, and 45 feet. 45 feet is not straight zoning. But considering we are changing zoning from commercial to residential, so the city should give us a kind of incentives. So we decided to ask him to give us a smaller lot. Why a smaller lot? There are some people, younger people, who they want to be around the family and the area. They cannot afford to buy larger homes. So for those type of group of people, we decided to use our basic elementary homes. We have our home collections. We have Village, which is basic homes, starter homes. We have Sonoma collection, which is our intermediate homes. We have Wellington, a little bit higher end, and we have our Platinum and our Elite and Platinum. In this neighborhood, we decided to focusing on Village, Sonoma, and to see what happened in the market, possibly Wellington collections. The difference is in the size and features and prices. As you guys notice, we dedicated the land on the northwest side to multifamily. Why is that? Because we have a commercial zoning over here, so we thought it is better to distance our lots from the commercial. So the multifamily is a kind of buffer for the neighborhood. And also, we separate the multifamily from our village homes, which is those small lots with the green line of the blue line. We cannot mess with the blue line. That's a 50 feet almost buffer. So that's a good actually buffer to separate multifamily from residential, for single family residential. The rest of the neighborhood, there are combinations of 50, 55, and 60-foot lots. On the north side, we have a 50-feet easement for the gas line. You cannot build in there. We decided to add that to the backyard of those houses on top of the hill. Those are possibly in the future higher-end homes. As you guys notice, we didn't leave any buffer, green buffer between the houses and 273rd Street. Don't do it. That is very high maintenance. No one gonna maintain that and turn to the spot people leave their trashes, or the other people, they come and dump their old furniture and trashes again. We have 3 entrances. The first phase we are gonna open, we have 5 phases. So roughly 80 lots per phase. We think based on our experience, we could be able to sell 30 first year, 45 second year, between 40 to 60 from second year to the end of the project. The duration of the project, to me, at the worst case of scenario, God willing, is 10 years. Best case of scenario, 8 years. Second phase will be right above the first phase. This one is the first phase, which around 90 lots. We don't open our small lots in the beginning. You don't want to do that. The small lots would be at the end. You try to actually get more value and resell value for your neighborhood. If you start with the starter homes, those people who they want to buy larger size homes, they won't come to your neighborhood. That's the fact. There are some samples of our floor plans. Not necessarily we are going to build those floor plans. We have 10 floor plans. We already planned. They're ready. And we got, as soon as we get approval, we are going to start 10 markets home immediately. We are a market home builder and custom home builder as well. So 10 market homes we are going to start. We are going to put a variety of the floor plans. We are going to also try 1800, 1900 as well to see what is the feedback of the market. But mainly we are focusing on 14 to 16, 1700 square feet floor plans. We usually do 3 sides full brick, and on the back we have a wainscoting and siding on the back. However, our new modern designs comes with board and batten, stucco, and those type of design, which people nowadays, they like it more, specifically young generations. This is one of our villages. As you guys notice, this floor plan is pretty narrow, 30 feet wide. City afraid to approve it for us. I took all of them to one of our cities. We have 2 neighborhoods, a large size neighborhood with 700-800 homes, and showed them how does it look. They got impressed. Really, you can't tell. So, and the lot is 45 feet wide. Our villages, they are 30 feet to 35 feet wide floor plans, 5 feet side setback, and the front setback, we decided to go to 20 feet versus 25, which is zoning. You can save some money out of it. You can make the lot smaller and get more density. Our lot depths are 110. I guess that would be it. Thank you so much, and really it was a privilege for us to participate and judge your really hard work. Thanks again. Kevin, if you guys have any comments or wanted to talk to the students, please.
I don't really have any comments on the project. I just like the idea of how close some of you guys really got. It's always fun to see how close your proposals really can be. Just a few things to say overall. I've judged this now. This is probably my 7th year, but I took a 3-year gap. Somebody asked me, why did I drink the Kool-Aid and come back? And it's because I believe in this. I believe in this because you guys get a shot at realistic, real life. And a lot of times in school, you guys are just doing hypothetical and theory and things like that. This gives you a shot at real. So I believe in this program. I believe in this project and the whole competition. I think it's great. So I want to talk to the 6 schools that are new this year specifically. I know you guys came in and you're wide-eyed and you're like, wow, these things are just, the presentations you guys sat through from some of the other schools looked a lot more complete. Well, it's because they've got more experience. So don't let that be a detractor for you guys. Come back. And one of the best things that I like to do is to see the progression of these teams. I've been on it when they start out at first timers, and by year 2 or year 3, man, they're in the thick of it for first place. So I love to see how teams can grow and how schools really support these teams. So all in all, again, it was a privilege to come back. Thank you for your project, and good luck in the future.
That was a pleasure. I know Tim, so he's a custom home builder, and I met him actually here.
Well, thank you very much. And I'd first like to say that it was a huge honor for Greg to ask me to do this. I've been here, watched it. It's an amazing process. I helped set up a student chapter at our community college, and I watch those students get better every year. And I think the single greatest thing is the number of students that are here today and the immense shortage of people we have in our industry. And if every one of you walks out today and goes into the residential or the construction industry of any kind, there'll still be so many vacancies. So it's wonderful to see this. And from the standpoint of NAHB, I'm the state rep from the state of Iowa. So I'm very active with our Home Builders Association. And that is one thing that I've noticed. NAHB is making a huge, huge commitment for workforce development. And I think we'll all hear tomorrow at the board meeting about a very big commitment they're going to make. So that's wonderful. But thank you, each and every one of you. Once again, thank you, Greg, for asking. And to each one of you students that was involved, it isn't if it was right or wrong. It's how we interpret. And if you think it's easy to judge, I've been working on this since December. And we spent each one of us spent a lot of time doing this. And I was honored to work with the folks. You know, Kevin works for a production builder in Dallas. Kevin, the other Kevin at the other end, works for one in Phoenix, and Mr. Miles works in Atlanta. And I'm just a small home builder. You know, we only build 5,000 houses a year. I'm just kidding. But we only build 5 or 10 houses a year. So it's really, I learned as much as you guys did. So thank you very much.
Miles is our number guy.
Hey guys, how are you? Can everybody hear me pretty well? I want to first start by saying if you guys can give yourself a round of applause. All of you guys did an awesome job. It might be a plot twist to you guys, but I've done this competition before, actually 3 times. So a lot of you guys that put yourself through this headache, I completely understand, and I've been through the process. But what you guys do in this competition, and I got the opportunity to do it from a judging standpoint, not from a student standpoint, from when I used to do the competition, I realized how creative all of you guys are, because when you do it from your standpoint, you only realize how much creativity you put into it. The fact that you guys took so many different approaches to this project was really astronomical for me to see how creative you guys are and how promising you guys are to the industry for those of you who do decide to do residential and those of you who do decide to get into commercial. You guys provide a lot of fresh new faces and ideas to the industry. So I definitely urge you guys to make sure you rub shoulders with whoever's here, who's in the industry, that you guys network with other students that are here, because I see familiar faces from when I competed. Mr. Kevin was a judge when I competed 4 years ago, my very first time. So you will see the same faces over and over again, and it's refreshing to know that you guys have like-minded friends, like-minded industry professionals that care about you and are very interested in how you progress in the industry once you graduate. I would like to point out that the ladies in the room that have done the competition, please give yourself a round of applause. Because Mr. Greg, if you guys don't know Mr. Greg Zick and all the guys that are part of NAHB student chapters, if I can imagine just some of the old videos I've seen, there used to be a lot of guys doing this and not a lot of ladies. And when I first started, there weren't a lot of ladies. And then there was a team that competed with just one guy, and they were all ladies except for one. So that's really important. I don't provide as much of experience as these guys do. I graduated about 1.5 years ago. My short experience has been in land development, so I asked you guys a couple questions about land because I was an LDM back in Atlanta for a while, and now I build houses for Lennar in Atlanta. But just want to shed light on you guys, not so much myself, and you guys provide a different perspective from you know, us being able to see what you guys bring to the table, but you guys do an awesome job, and I won't allow you guys to take what you did lightly, because you guys probably did your senior project like 10 times over, because once you do this, like your senior project or whatever you do after this is cupcake. I mean, my senior project was like walking in the park after doing this a couple years, but congratulations, you guys. I think you did an awesome job.
I want to start off by thanking all the teams, the coaches, parents, and all the support groups for what you guys accomplished and what you put into this, all the time, the energy. You couldn't have done it by yourself. It was a total collaborative approach. And so I just want to thank everyone and everyone that helped you guys do it. I'm Kevin Rosinski, Senior Vice President for Toll Brothers in the Arizona Division. And when I first was asked to, so I guess my process of getting involved in this was I was here at IBS in Orlando last year, and I sat in on a couple of them, and I was thoroughly impressed. And I'm like, this is something that is super cool. I wish it was around when I went to school. And it's what some of the other judges said. It allows you guys to have the opportunity to take some of your classroom skills and what you guys have learned in the classroom and put into a real life setting and see how close you came to with what Hamid's actually going to be developing out there. So I think it's a really good process and a good lesson to be learned on getting some real life experience and what we do on almost a daily basis. As I was reviewing some of these, you imagine if you just took your package, and you guys probably did this when you were proofing it, think of how long it took you just to review your one package. We did that times 37. And I'll tell you, it's a big commitment. I'm a guy that probably, with my job, not to scare you away from the industry, I put in probably a solid 60, 65 hours a week. And then on top of that, we're doing the packages. So it was based on my last 4 weekends. So that was Super Bowl Sunday. That was the Phoenix Open. So all those stuff. But I kept telling myself that every time I was reviewing them, and I'm like, man, this is a lot of work. I looked at how much time you guys spent and what you guys did. So you guys basically inspired me to continue to go through them and put in the detail, the effort, and to go through and do it. So I thank you for inspiring me to put in the extra time to do this as well. So awesome job to you guys on that. And the last thing is, I'm excited about our industry and looking in this room and seeing all the youth in the room and how talented you guys are. And I'm excited for you guys to join the industry that I've been in for 25 plus years. And if you haven't taken the opportunity, there's builders that have invested the time to have recruiting next door, talk to them, look at the opportunities, and it's not too soon, depending on what level you are at. If you're, so we had freshmen in the group, we had sophomores, we had juniors, and we had seniors, is start looking at what opportunities you have. I know a lot of builders also offer internships, and it's a great opportunity to take some of the knowledge that you guys put into the packages and start doing that and experiencing that in an internship base. So I want to thank you guys. You got everyone. You guys all deserve a really big round of applause for everything you did, everything, the commitment you guys made. And then again, last thing I'm going to finish with this. Thank you for inspiring me to spend the time on these packages, and then the NAHB for allowing me to judge this year. So thank you.
A couple of things I wanted to tell you guys. One of those things I forgot to tell you about the commercial and multifamily, we left it. So we found out we have some wetlands and blue line issues. We couldn't be able to develop it immediately. And those lands, they are, as far as the price, high end. The land adjacent to this property is $7 per square foot, like $300,000 per acre. So we thought it worth it to separate those lands and ask the other engineer to work on it in order to consolidate all those wetlands and create something for the market. In the future, we can sell it, our hands are open, or we can build it. But that way we could be able to save some money in the future while we are developing the neighborhood, so they can work on that part. This is the question for some of you guys who decided to give away the land or just left it as a green area. I would say there are some other actually decision you guys could be able to make, which actually financially is the best for the company and the project. I wanted to thank you, all of you guys, and give you guys a comment. I had a speech for graduate student over at OSU, which is actually Oklahoma State University. I asked him how many % of you guys want to go to construction science people, want to go to residential, and how many % to commercial. Guess what? They said somewhere between 2 to 5% come to residential, and the rest of it, they go to commercial. Why? Because the pay structure in the beginning is better, because it is more detailed. Residential doesn't have that much of detail. When I moved here 19 years ago, I was a structural engineer. I used to do high-rise home design. I built bridges. When I came here to the United States, they showed me homes with nail and lumber and asked me, this is what we have, what we build here. I felt so bad. I said, oh my God, so all those things, experiences I have, I cannot use those. But at the end, I found out there are lots of money in this business, spending you guys can make, and some people who they are not professional, they take over and waste that money. You guys are very talented. If you guys come with those energy and talent to this market, you can change the market. Homes 20 years ago almost looks like the same they are right now. That's very unfortunate. But on the other hand, they are very efficient. So this industry really needs you guys to come in this industry and work hard and take over. And I promise you, maybe in the beginning, the pay structure is not as good, but at the end, you will be very happy. You can start your own business shortly after you found out how to manage it. That's my comment to you guys, and I really like you guys to come to this industry and help to promote it. I need to say thank you to KKT Engineering, engineer and planner. They helped me a lot. We had multiple meetings to review your works. They gave lots of comments to me. Just wanted to be fair when we evaluate your work. And thanks my assistant, Ashley Rudolph. She helped me a lot. And thank you, Greg. And thank you, Kevin, Tim, and Miles and Kevin. It was a privilege. Thank you so much. If you guys have any question, you can ask.
Just wanted to say that I'm Greg Zeck with NAHB, Director of Student Chapters. I just want to applaud all of you for your great efforts. And I just want to do a shout out again to the judges and Dr. Diane and Carrie Slattery for doing a wonderful job working with our project sponsor. I want to remind you also that we have a career fair, so we're going to open these doors. There's going to be some great food over there. We have 4 more companies that have joined us. So as soon as this concludes, just make sure you stream through these doors. And I want to have this opportunity for Rich Robinson, our Young Professional Committee Chair, just to speak to you for 1 minute, and then we'll have some time for question and answers with Vlad again. Thanks.
How's everybody doing? Good. Everybody's still awake. That's awesome. My name is Rich Robinson. I am the 2018 Young Professional Chairman. What does that mean? Basically, Young Professionals at NAHB is a committee that focuses on all matters of the Federation under the age of 45. Okay? It's a very important demographic that the association focuses on to try and get engagement so that when you advance from this stage, you have a place and a purpose. So I encourage everyone when you step into being a full member of the association to come join us and learn more about that. I did want to say this as well. So this is my 18th International Builders Show. And it makes me, in some ways, feel old, but I've sat in your seats before. I came as a senior in college. I'm a third-generation member, and I will probably talk to the heavens about how amazing this federation is, how about getting involved and learning about what NAHB and your state and local association can do for you. Once you step into that workforce, they will help you with connections so that you are ready to move into the workforce and grow within the construction industry, which you just heard about. So I encourage everybody in this industry, in this room, to come into the industry. The construction industry is a phenomenal industry. I see a lot of diversity in this room, which we all need very much in our industry. So I encourage everybody to, if you have questions, talk to somebody, whether it's a young professional member or a senior, let's say a baby boomer type member that has been coming to the show. We are filled with knowledge. This is a family. It's a community. We've all been in your shoes before, and you will one day be in ours. And so regardless of what stage or path you're in, the knowledge that NAHB can offer you is here, and it will greatly help you advance. So if you have time, please visit us. We do have a booth on the show floor. It's the next booth, so you've probably seen advertising, or hopefully you have. It's N1739, so it's in the North Hall. You might have seen Delta's booth. It is pretty large. We are directly right next to it. We have giveaways. We have young professionals there. We have people who can talk to you about membership. It's a great place to get a mentor and just learn a little bit from them. Is this the right career path for me, and how can I advance? But I want to congratulate everybody in this room for all the hard work you guys have done with your student chapters. I know you got a big day ahead of you. And I will be in the next room, so please feel free to come ask me any questions about the industry, about anything in regards to this whole industry and federation. So congratulations to everybody in this room, and thank you for being here.
Thanks again. If you guys have any question, I will take it. But if not, so I wish you guys the best. Sure. Sure. You're welcome. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you guys. Sure.
Yeah, you said that your land developer had a different idea for this property and actually made you more sure about your decision to go with your design. Can you explain a little bit about that process?
I was a builder, building bridges. I was a designer, designing steel frame structures, high rises, and concrete frame structures. When I came to Oklahoma, they gave me 2 commercial projects. I knocked them down in 11 months for 38,000 square feet. And then I said, what is next? They said, so that is it. So if you want, you can build retails and offices. Again, I said, no, that's not what I want to do. That's not my passion. I came to this industry. I didn't like it in the beginning, but I found it fun, and I found there are lots of areas I can improve, and I can help to the community to have a right product, quality product. Maybe I used like 10% of the knowledge I had in the past, but that 10% helps a lot also to people who invest on those homes. Land development, I love it. You can save tons of money in land development. I've talked to the engineer, make decision. And I talked to also the contractors who they are working for us to make decision in order to save money to make the houses more affordable for people. And really the numbers works. The way we do, we need to make a certain profit. We have a profit margin. We have to be there. If we could be able to save some money somewhere, we get the price lower, price down. And in that case, we can increase our sale. So there are lots of other things. So I would say as an engineer, and you guys also construction science and management and civil engineer graduated people here, you guys have a very open and creative mind. You guys can help a lot as well. But answer to your question, I found development better fit to me than building homes. But I did a lot as far as the detail on homes. So make them stronger against the tornado and connect it properly to the slab and use the hurricane straps too, because nail cannot put those elements together properly. So we use Simpson straps, different type of those to connect all those members properly together. Thank you so much. Sure.
The population of under 10,000 in this area and other competition, is it realistic that this will be absorbed within 10 years?
Good question. Absolutely it is. When you study the market in Broken Arrow, which is right adjacent to city of Quita, you see the prices is high for some people, they cannot afford it. People who they live in Broken Arrow, they don't work in Broken Arrow. They do, but not all of them. Majority of people, they work in Tulsa. So they are commuter. The property located close to the border of the city of Quita and Broken Arrow. This is why we thought we can target that market as well. And I strongly believe we could be able to convince home buyers to come and buy and live in that location because of the access and also surrounding with restaurant, shopping center, Walmart close by. There are lots of potential to me. Yes?
You did a petition to be rezoned to the Broken Arrow School District.
When I purchased the land, I thought this is Broken Arrows School District. Then I found out, no, it is Quita. I don't think so it is a big deal, and I don't think so it can actually affect our sale. We cannot apply for that.
How do you expect to combat resale in a market where Broken Arrow School District is far better than the Quita School District?
That is true, but the Quita school improved a lot, and they have the number of students in the classes is lower than the number of students in the Broken Arrow classes. They get more time and attention from the teachers. And they have a brand new school, which is a very nice school.
Have you seen the Broken Arrow School District?
A lot of them. So those competitors they are building in Broken Arrow, they are our fellow competitors. The land they purchased, we had a contract on it. So then they came with a higher number, they took it. I wish them the best. But I love Broken Arrow. We have 2 neighborhoods in Broken Arrow, actually. 1 finished, and actually 3 neighborhoods in Broken Arrow. Any question? Sure.
We have that commercial land on the bottom left-hand corner, right across the street from Walmart. Is there any, like, you think there's going to be difficulty attracting, like, big tenants from Walmart across the street?
If you guys notice, when Walmart purchased the land, I guess usually, I don't know, they purchase or they take the land. But the land around Walmart, the prices goes up. And I remember in one of the cities in close to Tulsa, Glenpool, Walmart purchased the land. The land around Walmart was cheap. Now they are selling those lands for $15 per square foot. So Walmart actually is a good thing happening for wherever, actually. People, they have land around Walmart. Yes?
This is kind of a question for all the judges. I found it really interesting throughout the process, like
developer mindset and, put my mind into, how the opponents might feel about certain aspects of the development. Was it interesting for kind of all you guys coming from different areas of the country to see the different, I know that it was touched on briefly, but everybody here is from a different part of the country, and it seems like everybody's ideas and lifestyles influences that. Is there anything that you thought that you could have pulled from other states into what you do now, and like where you are, is actually something that might be different that you haven't seen before?
Matter of fact, it helped a lot. So I noticed you guys came with really different, actually, point of views and came from totally different market. So that helped me to understand how the market goes outside of the state of Oklahoma. But to me, majority of you guys, your layout looks like this. So you guys found out also the best actually way to develop it is this way. Those people who they did the great market study and also environmental study on the property, they design was closer to what we have. We had environmental study in the beginning. We had all those in our 90 days, no, actually 120 days due diligence. We knew some part of the land is actually flooded. We knew we have the blue lines. We knew all of those. We got all those information together and said, it's worth it. And we gave our price to the owner of the land and purchased the land. Yes?
As potential future developers, how do we find a proper balance between too few lots and too many lots in a development? Because we want to make money, but we don't want people to feel like they're just being jam-packed into a developed lot. So how do we find that balance?
Rephrase again your question.
How do we find a healthy balance of how many lots to put in a development? We don't want to put too few and not make enough money.
Okay.
We don't want to do too many and make people feel like they're just being jam-packed together.
What you guys need to do, you need to start from the finish and then come back to the start. Some people, they like to create the market. That's totally different story. We don't do that. Sometimes it happens. We are doing it, but usually we don't do it. We will find out what the market wants, and based on that, we come to this fact. So how big the land should be, each phase, how big each phase should be, and what size of our homes and lots we need to provide for people. This is the way we find the density and start to fighting with the city to get the more density. Right? We are production home builders. We are not custom home builder. And we make our money not out of the wide profit margin. We make our money out of the quantity. So we have to go to that direction. And people who they first home buyers, and you guys can believe that every year we do a study on how many of our homes are second home buyers and how many of our homes we sell through the referral. We have different type of, I don't want to take your time. We 3 times we survey our customers to make sure they're happy and find out what is their feedback about us. The third party calls them also 2 months after they move to the house and introduce themselves. We are third party. We just wanted to see, so how do you feel? So do you like it? Do you like the development? Do you like your builder and all that? So for first home buyers and second home buyers, over 20% of our homes comes through the referral. You close the house, you have a party, your family members comes asking you, and you're happy, and you introduce the product to them, and they come and buy from us. So this way, assure us the people who they move to the community, they are happy or they are not. First home buyers and second home buyers, usually those are our customers. People who they want large empty nesters sometimes, but people who they want to have a bigger house, they're very picky also. They're very detail-oriented people. We don't have any problem with that, but we don't have time for that. So we are production home builders. We cannot go to those details. I hope I answered your question.
Because the career fair has started, what we're going to probably do, I know there's a lot more questions. There always are. The judges will be up here. So what I'd like to do is, once again, thank you very much. And the people that have questions, please come forward, and the rest can go ahead and enjoy the career fair. Okay? Thank you.